Hello guys, how are you and welcome back to our channel. In this video we will discuss about some key concepts within maritime law. Number 1, carriage of goods. Maritime law governs the transportation of goods by sea, including contract for the carriage of goods such as bills of lading, charter parties and contract of freight, and these contracts outline the rights and obligations of the parties involved such as the shipper, the carrier and the consignee. The address issued like the delivery of goods, the condition of cargo and the liability for damage or loss during transit. Bill of lading. A bill of lading is a document issued by the carrier that services as evidence of the contract of carriage and as a receipt of goods. It contains detail about the goods, their condition, the parties involved, and the terms and conditions of the transportation. Chartered party. A chartered party, the contract between the owner of the vessel, the shipper owner, and the charter who hired the vessel on the specific period of the uh, voyage. It's outline the terms and conditions of the charter, including the duration of the charter, hire, freight, and the freight rates, and the responsibilities of each party. Vessel ownership and registration. Maritime law governs the ownership, registration, and financing the vessel. It provides rules and regulations of vessel registration, which establish the nationality and legal status of the ship. Ship registration is important for determining the applicable law, taxation, and ability of engage in international trade. Mortgage and financing. Maritime law allows ship owners to use their vessels as collateral loans, financial agreements. This involves creating a maritime mortgage that grants security to the lender. It provides a legal framework to the creation, registration, and enforcement to the ship mortgage. Personal injury and maritime worker compensation. Maritime law includes provisions of the rights and the compensations of maritime workers who may suffer injuries or accidents during their employment. John Act. The John Act, formerly known as the Merchant Act 1920 in the U.S. federal law, and that provides legal protection and the compensation to the seamen who are injured or killed while working aboard a vessel. It allows eligible seamen to seek compensation from their employers for injury caused by the negligence of the underseaworthiness of the vessel. Longshore and Harbor Workers Compensation Act LIWCA. The LIWCA, the another U.S. federal law that provides compensation and medical benefit to the longshore men, harbor workers, and their other maritime employees who are injured during the course of their employment and navigable water and adjacent areas. Collision and salvage. Maritime law addresses collision between vessel liability of the damages and the principle governing salvage operations. Salvage. In cases where a vessel or its cargo is in distress and imminent danger, salvage law provides the compensation to the slaver who render assist the salvage operations. Maritime insurance. Maritime law encompasses principles and regulations related to the maritime insurance. Maritime insurance contract. Maritime insurance contract provide coverage for vessel cargo and other maritime interests like risks such as damage, loss, liability. Maritime governance law and information and interpretation in their insurance contracts and their resolution of the insurance claims. Limitation of liability. Maritime law allows shipper owners to limit their liability to certain types of claims may arise the maritime accident such as loss of life, personal injury, or property damage. The principle of limitation of liability establish a maximum amount for which the ship owner can hold responsibilities, typically calculated based on the tonnage of the vessel. Hope there are just some key areas within maritime law and specific regulation, and the legal framework may differ between countries and the judiciaries. It's important to consult on the relevant law and seek professional legal advice for specific cases or concerns related to the maritime law. Keep watching for the more videos. Please subscribe the channel. Thank you.